I've been playing a lot of Val recently, and what I'm beginning to realize is when my aim is really shaky, it kind of... Yeah, let me draw it up for you guys, give you an example of what I'm trying to say. So we're going to be using a FPS analogy, okay? So when I'm shooting something, let's say that there's a target, okay? Very ugly target. When I'm feeling crisp and smooth, my reticle is kind of like this. It looks like this. So whenever I shoot at something, there's like a little bit of give. And I noticed when I haven't warmed up my aim or I haven't practiced enough, I noticed that for some odd reason, that reticle gets bigger. So I may still hit my target, don't get me wrong. I'm still shooting at a target, but that reticle tends to get a little bit sloppy, so I could shoot kind of anywhere inside of that ball. And I noticed as I was playing, that's why I warmed up my aim to get that reticle really tight. And then when that reticle got tight, I generally consistently hit more accurate shots. But what I noticed with Mario Kart Wii specifically is that same thing still applies. When you tighten up the spread, or when you haven't played the game in a long time, I don't have fine controls over exactly how my bike is gonna go. So my aim is like a little bit off. So sometimes I get, hit certain spots and take certain strats that I could do. And sometimes I just completely miss them. And I was curious, does anyone know how a way, like has anyone ever stopped to really think about, can you practice Mario Kart Wii? Can you practice Mario Kart Wii? Shortcuts you can. Can you practice, well, arguably the most important thing, which is consistency? Can you practice just normal driving? Because people might use the argument, you should time trial, or you should like practice your lines, or whatever the case might be. That's like telling a Valorant player to practice warming up, you go and play a deathmatch. That's not exactly true. Deathmatch helps for certain things. It helps you for getting accustomed to the map. It does not actually help with your aim. So I'm curious, is there anything specifically in Mario Kart Wii to help you practice your aim? Because that is what I'm bad at right now. Because time trialing is practicing the courses. You on the courses. It has nothing to do with your control. A robot could drive a track perfectly around. But when you jump online, you don't get you cannot take the optimal line every single time. You have to, adjust, be on the fly. And that is where that control comes into play. And I feel like I don't have any control right now. That's like the one thing that goes away when you don't play a lot. Is what I'm saying making sense? Like the control is gone. I know all the game sense is there. Like I know how to do this still, right? I know you're supposed to use the shroom earlier, so you get a mini turbo here. You're supposed to realign, hop. Like I know how to do all of this stuff, but I got that time. But there is an alternative universe where I did not get that because I was slightly off. Because I had that lack of control. Like I know what to do there. I was too far to the left. I don't have that level of control right now. My aim is bad in Mario Kart Wii, let's put it that way. My aim is really bad. And my timing is also really bad, so I screw things up like that. I know how to do it, I just screwed it up. Is there anything to help specifically your aim? Oh yeah, here's a fun fact. This geometry piece is actually missing. A lot of people don't know that. They forgot to put this here. So they put like all these other panels and whatnot. And I thought it was a glitch, so I was like checking out all the others. Nope, they still got these. But they forgot to put one right here. I've been around the block, MC Master. I know some stuff. There's actually a reason why there's a huge gap, by the way. It's because they lined it up so that every flat here gets a flat on the top. And this flat digs into the post. So in order for them to add that, top piece, they'll actually have to go inside of the pillar. And it always used to piss me off a lot whenever people... I'm not talking about you guys. You guys are fine. Don't worry about it. But like back when I was actually time trialing and I was starting out learning the game, it used to piss me off so much when people would tell me that my timings were a little bit off. You need to do this early, you need to do this later. Because I knew what I needed to do. I just, for some odd reason, couldn't do it. That's what pissed me off back when that's why I never really liked time trialing. And I think eventually that's why I never really enjoyed playing Mario Kart on stream. And I don't play Mario Kart Wii offline either, so I never got any better. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. If you ever see anyone struggling with time trials, if they ask for help, then you could try to help them. But if they don't ask for help, don't give it to them. Or if you really want to point something else, be nice about it, Like for instance, it's very clear I do not know how to do the, it's very clear I don't know how to do the shortcut ramp at the end, like jumping off of it. I always do that incorrectly. So if you know how to do that, you could point that out. It's like, oh, did you know that you could do this with this? And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. The most important thing to understand when you're trying to help someone is respect that other person. Like, sure, you may know more about the game than someone else, but that doesn't mean that you could like be a boss or be an ass about it. And I think that the Mario Kart Wii community has a lot of people like that. A lot of people who's just like, I'm better than you, regardless of whatever. And because I'm better than you, I get to tell you what to do. I'm right, you're wrong. Which is a terrible mentality to have, honestly. Basically every skill-based game. Wow, I wasn't even paying attention. No, some games not really. Like, obviously every game has some of it, but like Valve, for instance, I've never had someone personally who was like super toxic to me because I didn't know how to do something. Just because he was better. Normally, if someone's better than you, they try to help you. They don't try to like, I'm better than you. You do this, you listen to me. I know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how to do this ramp. Do I jump trick it like I'm low tricking it? Do I drift off of it if I don't want to like bother with it? Do I just drive off of it? There's a lot I don't know about it. And then if you see that I'm doing that incorrectly, and you could point that out. It's like, oh, did you know that you could do this? Oh, cool. It's just most bottom line, be respectful. You may be better. You may know how to do. You may not even be better. You may know how to do something better than other people can, and that's fine. Everyone's different. And if you want to help, that's also fine. But also just remember in the back of your head, like there are people too. It's a video game we're playing, okay? It doesn't matter if you know how to do something he doesn't know how to do. Do I just drive off of it like that? I used to do that with like a wheelie, and then people told me that was incorrect, so I don't know what I'm doing there. Ask Enmead if he can help. Yeah, see, you asked him for help, and that's why he gave you help. Enmead does not go out of his way trying to like force feed people strats. You're like, what about YouTube tutorials? What about things like that? Well, YouTube tutorials, you're looking up for it. That's the nice thing about YouTube tutorials, because you have to be the one to click on the video. You have to be the one asking for help. And then, of course, there's always this thing where it's like, what if you do not know what you need help with? That's a valid argument. That is a thing. Like, sometimes you might just be lost and like, I have no clue what I need to learn right now, but I know I'm not doing something right. But even still, to some degree, you're still asking for help. You just don't know what you need help with. That's why I like Enmead so much. There's a lot to learn from Enmead. A lot to learn from everyone. I was watching someone use an analogy. It's like every human being is like a robot. Let's imagine that everyone is a robot. And it doesn't matter who someone else is. It could be something as tiny as like he does a specific strat better than you do, or he does a specific strat a certain way. You could take his piece, you could be inspired by that piece, and then take his piece and then put it into you, regardless of how good or how bad he is. If you see someone doing something cool and it's like, oh, that's interesting, I want to try that, and you want to learn how to do that. It doesn't matter what he's just another robot, just like you. And you could take that piece and you could put it into yourself and become a better person. Regardless, there's no that ego is the biggest problem. When you think that, as soon as you think that you're better than someone or someone's better than you, you've got problems. Well, again, going back to what I said, there's a sense of respect. You need to have some respect for each other. So I don't mind help when people come into my stream, especially people who are, a better player than I am. They come into my stream and they see me struggling with a certain strat and they try to help me out. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a right way to do it and there's a very, very wrong way to do it.